Alright, y'all. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen technical difficulties, we are not going to be able to get a Sweetest Bean up and running this morning. To all you Sweetest Beans out there, fans out there, I am sorry. We will have her on next week. My apologies for the wait, everybody. And instead, just to make sure we can keep this ball rolling, I'm going to go ahead and do some city skylines with y'all. How about that? How about that? Let me get my personal session looking juicy here. Make sure it has the right game selected so I don't transfer to a black screen. Awesome. Here we are. So, the game is City Skylines. Let me update my titles here too. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out and for being down to play along as we get this all set up. And this stream is like North Carolina weather. Even if you don't like what you see at the time, it will change quickly. So stick around with us, y'all. Once again, sorry for the slow start. We've got our titles updated. We've got our OBS moved so I can see what's going on in the chat. Got the stream info updated. I think we are all very good here. I think we are good to go. So, oh no, why did I do that? I hit continue game just out of auto instinct, so y'all are going to get to see 1 split second of my old city before we load up my new city. The old city was the first thing that I was streaming when we started the network, so some of y'all have most certainly seen it. Aw, thank you, Mod Shooter. I am a Sweetest Bean. Look at me. So sweet. What up, Finer Vintage? But yeah, this city that I'm accidentally loading up here, y'all got some say on. Y'all got me to build the Penis Metro. So yeah, the Penis Metro was made. I made the Pentagram City, which was a really nice touch. Sweet beans are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I love it. Uh-oh, my jewel's almost dead, y'all. That's not cool. I'm an addict. I need it. I need it. Yeah. I want to just take a moment to thank Jewel for making the network possible, because if I was still on cigarettes, streaming would not work the same way. I would have to take a break every 30 minutes or so, go choke down a cig, and then be right back. Your disappointment is immeasurable and your day is ruined, says Finer Vintage. That's great. All right. This game can take some time to load, especially for big cities. I'm really pretty disappointed that after so much time waiting to get things going, I also messed up and made us waste more time. But that's fine. Sometimes it's just that kind of day, you know? Yes, this stream's sponsored by Jewel. Cough, cough. Yes. Now that I think about it, there's a ton of vapors on Twitch, and some vape juice companies need to get out here. Oh man, the Geekera cough. My cough is iconic. It's my mother's cough. I received it directly from her. Growing up, if I lost my mom in like a Walmart, I just had to like wait and listen for her cough, and I would hear it like 2 sections over and just run over. Oh, dude, yeah. Let's clip all the streamers who vape their cough, and let's put it all together into one averaged mega cough. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. Thank you, Bebotech. Thank you. Yes. Yes. This is sponsored by Purple for all your mattress needs. I want every cough averaged into an official 3-Attic Network cough. We'll have it on all of our voice mod soundboards, and anytime we feel a cough coming, we'll hit the grand cough. All right, it's finally moving again. This, like, on the load screens, it always hits one spot, like, right here, and it just, like, stops. I think that's when it's in the process of converting all of the assets into RAM for accessibility. It's a lot of fucking assets. But yeah, this loading screen's almost done for me to immediately pull up another loading screen. Now, I'll take a second and just show y'all the city so anybody who's not familiar can see what the cities eventually wind up at, kind of show you the difference between what you start with and where you wind up. Yes, echolocation. I am a bat. Actually, let's get my task manager pulled up and make sure I'm not like destroying anything. Sorry, y'all. Just responding to a sweetest bean real quick. And yeah, my computer's trucking along fine. Memory's a little overwhelmed, but that's fine. Yeah. Well, weird, guys. I was talking to you before and my mic was working, and it just decided to die on me. Let me make sure I kept it plugged in all night. All right. Sorry about that. I was seeing the no audio in the chat, and I thought it was just referring to like game audio. Could y'all hear me before when I was on? When it was just on the holding screen earlier? At some point my headset just died. Weird. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again. But we have some music playing here to the side. Let me get that balanced into this here mix. Alright. We should have music now. We should have my voice. Y'all should be hearing everything, no problem. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, this is the city. This is my old city. We're done with it. I ruined education through applying the Hadron Collider. It solves all your education problems all at once. And by doing that, it ruins capitalism, because it turns out when there is no rat race and everybody only wants high-end jobs, none of your economy functions. So I accidentally destroyed this city. It looks good right now, but it's just going to keep slowly dying until there's nothing left. You can see it's hemorrhaging population. So yeah, it's time to move on from this one. Let's get my camera and frame moved up out of this taskbar. There we go. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and quit to the main menu and get a new city started. I was glad that I got to at least give y'all an image of what a developed city is supposed to look like. I learned a lot of things through that last city, a lot of things to avoid, so we're going to do just that. We're not going to build this next city anything like the last one. It was a fun little project, but not worth it. But yeah, hope all y'all are doing well. Hope you're just hanging out, having a good time, living the dream. New game. Gives you some pre-built maps here. Wow, there's a lot of maps that I have not unlocked yet that they've added. That's awesome. Uh-oh. It registered my click as a double click. It's a day already, y'all. So, don't know what map this is, don't know the resources it has, don't know what outside connections it has going on. We're just going in, baby. It looks nice. It's very grassy. It's very rolly. There's trees. It's not Baghdad. There's one map that is literally just Baghdad. It's a giant desert with like one rock coming out of the middle of it and like one river rolling through it. But no outside connections, no trees, nothing. But yeah, we're gonna just see what this map looks like, and who knows, maybe it's forcing me into playing a map that I have opted to not play in the past for one reason or another, and might actually like it. Who knows? How long is a speed run of this game? I don't know what metric you would apply. There's lots of different goals that you could hit. Like, I could see hitting a monetary goal, like trying to just like fastest to $20 million. That could be fun. Or I could see fastest to 1 million residents. But 1 million residents is really hard to run into, and you hit oftentimes an object limit before you get there. So like, I would probably say first to 400,000. And like for a 400,000 speed run, I think you could probably get it done in 5 or so hours, especially if your computer is just fast enough to run the simulation at top speed early on. I can run it at top speed really early on, but once it hits about 100,000, it starts just dropping that speed. So if you have the computer for it to run at top simulation the whole time, yeah, I'd say about 6 or 7 hours you could probably do it. Mim runs. I'm just not familiar with this concept of a mim run altogether. I'm unsure. So we're loading up a whole other set of assets into memory. My computer's hating it right now. This is the most just sheer memory intensive game I play. It has to load so much stuff into RAM just to get off the ground. It's absurd. But yeah, we're doing it. It's gonna hit this little lag in the mid-load while it gets all that stuff into RAM. We're gonna have a brand new, beautiful map in front of us. I don't know what theme it's default loading, so we'll see what our city looks like from the start. We'll see what goes down. Meme run. Gotcha. I don't know what a meme run would look like in this game. I need to look into that. I need to see if people speedrun City Skylines and see what that looks like. Not seeing anything in speedruns for City Skylines. I'm inclined to believe it. This game is not a speed center game. This is... Most people that you find on YouTube playing it are doing way more in-depth builds than I am, where they're like designing their own assets for it and stuff. Yo, congratulations, Sweetest Bean. Yeah, I am in the market for an upgrade badly. I love my computer. It's done amazing things for me over the last couple years, but it is starting to run to the end of its capabilities. Most definitely. Like this. Like taking so long to get City Skylines started because I have so many assets in my Steam for it. But yeah, that is incredible, Bean. Congratulations. I am definitely in the market for a new graphics card. Unfortunately, I got a great deal on this computer, and it had good processor, and a kind of subpar, value graphics card to start. But I may have to throw in another power supply, another motherboard. I may have to do the whole 9 if I just upgrade my, if I try to just upgrade my GPU. So oh no, fried CPUs, no good. Man, there have been times I've been deeply worried that I would with some of the work I've put this computer through. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why the hell my computer is really struggling here. I think I know exactly what it is. I bet when we loaded up that last city, it showed that I had some broken assets. And I bet my computer is freaking out doing its best to over and over try to, load in those broken assets before it finally figures out that they don't work. Or at some point, I may just need to try this again. So I don't know. What it doing? What the dog doing? This is 3 Addict Network. Really sorry for all of the switcheroos and technical difficulties this morning. Some days it runs better, some days it runs worse. It's technology, you never know what the hell it's going to do. We are always impressed because when we got this thing started, it's like we hit a point where we were like, okay, this is all running well, and then it all fell apart. And then we reset how we do a lot of things, and it all ran well. And then now problems are starting to pop up again. But it's a fun learning process, you know? Yeah, guys, I think I'm about to plug pull and just restart this app. I think it is, I think I screwed up by loading one city in first and getting all that stuff moved to RAM, and now it's locking up trying to load a second city. So we're going to exit out and go back in from the top, and hopefully it works this time. I'm just going to keep talking to y'all, and we'll just keep chatting. Or my whole computer could lock up. There we go. Whoo! Didn't mean to worry y'all. Sure worried me for a second. Letting it empty out of my RAM real quick because it was taking 98% of it. It has to be some kind of error. We're gonna let it come back, see what it has going on. Uh-oh. Now we're having massive frame drops, everybody. Oh yeah, it just dropped me hard. All right, we're back, everybody. I think it says we're back. Yeah, City Skylines just about crashed everything. That is the first time that has happened. All right, let's try this again. But yeah, it locked up everything and then just decided I got no internet too. I've never seen that. Ooh, I got double music playing though. Let's stop that while we get this running. All right, everything is looking good again. Task Manager is not shitting itself. We back. Is Mars in retrograde or something? Or is Mercury in retrograde? What's happening? Alright. Alright, we're back. The initial game loaded up much faster than last time. So hopefully that is a good indicator. Let's see. Looking at maps here. A few things that are important is you want all of the connections available because your city will eventually start bottlenecking based off of outside connections. You know what? Fuck it. The first map on the list, I don't know if I've ever actually played this. It has all the outside connections we need. And it has 65% suitable building area. That's a solid number. Get this music going again. I think Azure Gulf. Let's do it. Alright, and fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed that this time, since we didn't have a whole other city loaded into RAM to start, it goes significantly faster and doesn't fight us as hard. It's already looking good. Look at this progress. Don't freeze up on us. Yeah, so much better. Thank you all for waiting. Yep, the lesson here is if I load another city, close the app. Just stop everything. Let it regather itself, empty its RAM. Whew! Alright, guys. We're doing it. We're living, we're laughing, we're loving. Thank you, Emerald Herald. I appreciate you. Oh, Pharaoh Conch. Dude, getting some VR content on the stream would be incredible. I bet that would be hilarious. All right. Should almost be loaded. This is the point. This is a much better point for it to lock up on the loading screen because that means this lockup is just based off of that one corrupt asset. I'm going to copy it into a notepad when it shows the warning so that I can actually deal with it. Yeah. My stats on the computer are doing way better this time around. Not freaking out anywhere near as hard. That's a great sign. Wait. What? It just crashed. It just said no. So you know what? We're just going to completely abandon all hope here. I'm just going to pull up Hearts of Iron. This is what I get for trying to be considerate to my viewer, try to integrate new content. Nothing. Fate just says I have to go back and play HOI4. But you know what? I'll start a new game so that it's not watching the most boring part of a playthrough at the very end. All right. Let's get game capture changed. Hearts of Iron. Awesome. And let's change this title. Gotta adapt and thrive, baby. And in starting a new game, I think I'm going to pick one of my favorite countries to play with that aren't amongst the tops. I've tried several playthroughs with them, never really got a win. We're going to do Communist China. One of the absolute hardest countries to play with in terms of what they start with. Single player, new game, starting in 1936. Starting in 1940 with smaller countries, you are screwed. We're gonna come all the way over here. This tiny little red baby right here, just sticking out in the middle of a huge ununified China in 1936. Our good old friend Mao. 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 Hit us with the boots. Whew. Could play some Tekken. Ooh, that would hurt me. I'm still just playing on the keyboard. Oof. It was really fun when we were testing some Tekken. We were seeing if we could get my computer to stream Tekken for Mod Shooter. And it was really fun to, without having any idea what I was doing, just start fucking around on some Tekken. It was pretty great. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a huge fighting game guy. But there may be something there. Looking at you, Mod Shooter, you may get a Tekken fan as a roommate yet. So we are just starting out. You have nothing as the Communist Chinese to begin. There's nothing available to you that would make you OP. You only have 8 units in your army to start. We'll go ahead and get them thrown into a little army group here. We're going to put Lin Bao over him. I should look into that dude, because that guy's a pretty significant character in Communist Chinese history. And we're going to go ahead and put them along this border of Shanxi, because they're going to be our first victim. We're going to go ahead and get 1918 infantry equipment started. That is how far behind you are when your start is China. You don't even have, like, post-Great War military capability. So we're going to start off with that, and then the other thing that you always got to start off with is production, because your production capacity as China is hot garbage. There's almost nothing you can build as China to start, because your one state that you can build in is already maxed out, so all you can really do is infrastructure, which is fine because it has garbage infrastructure to start. Like, I'm telling you, you were kneecapped as China getting into it. Ooh, and actually, now that we don't have that bar there, we're going to move my cam right back down here. There we go. Awesome. Free military factories? We have almost no military factories, but they're going to be making guns! Because that's one thing you can say about the Chinese. They have a lot of people to bring into infantry. I don't have the DLCs yet, so I don't get the special Chinese tech trees and focus trees, unfortunately. So we're just going to start with industrial effort, because we badly need industrial capacity. We don't have any divisions in basic training, and we're not going to have that many divisions in basic training. We're going to start with just 2, because we don't really have we still want our troops to be reinforced and such, so if we overemphasize recruiting, we won't have the troops, or we won't have the equipment to reinforce our troops. I've already assigned all the troops that we have along the border. I'm not going to make any changes to their templates or identities yet. We need steel, and we just have to trade for it because we don't have any way to get it otherwise for now. Alright, we're going to let this start. And we're going to run at high speed initially. We are just looking for our political power to gain high enough that we can retake Core State and Shang-Chi. So yeah, we need 25 political power to get that going. So we'll get there pretty quick. I'm not on repeat one song, am I? Yep, I am. That's why this song seems so familiar. Man, I swear, it's something out here today. This is what the Scientologists would call I think, an accident cycle. You know, you just one thing changes that you don't expect, you compensate for it, and then things just keep spinning out of control wildly. Am I an SP? Am I not allowed to talk to Tom anymore? What's a day in the life of Tom Cruise like, dude? I just can't imagine. Like, we know he's out there fucking fishes. I'm just kidding. We don't know that for sure. It's a rumor. Don't sue me, Tom Cruise. We're going to retake this Core State. And it shouldn't take too long for that to run. Oh, God. Yeah, 125 days. We're going to be going to war on June 2nd, baby. Yo, I don't know. I am not suitable to bring Tom his fish. I am way too suppressive a person. Oh God, what's the name of their fake ass metrics for stress and sin? Thetans? Yeah, my Thetans would be off the fucking chart. I got that satanic level of Thetan. As fate would have it, I'm not allowed near him. Metachlorians, that's what it was. Yeah, everybody forgets about that classic George Lucas Scientology connection, right? Although now that I think about it, no, what am I saying? It's sci-fi's sci-fi, right? There can't be that much rip-off back and forth. Although I think I remember in the timeline there was some element to like LRH being emboldened by the success of Star Wars, but was apparently also super pissed that he wasn't the big sci-fi guy, you know, like because he was a sci-fi writer and a Western author for forever. Like, L. Ron Hubbard may be the greatest shyster to ever exist. To be as, like, to have created so much ill in the world, I am yet impressed by him, just out of the sheer force of will. In getting this crazy shit done, dude. He had a bunch of kids running around on a boat, doing research and crazy shit for years. Fucking Sea Org blows my mind. All of it. It's crazy. The Paul Thomas Anderson film, The Master, is fucking brilliant. Huh, Emerald. I don't know. I could kind of see that, but like, yeah, it's just hard to know, especially since a lot of his early works, he just said you're not allowed to read. Like, oh man, I wonder how much like a copy, like an original copy of Excalibur would cost. Excalibur was his first big book in the realm of like pseudo-psych that he put out that he claims was so good it would cause you to die. I'd be deeply intrigued to read it. There's got to be a copy or two still floating around. Uh-oh. Stream dropped again. This ISP making it hard for a stream network to get by out here. Remy Loner in the frame. Remy Loner and Mod Shooter just going about their day in the house. My office is the living room, so that's just part of the game. But yeah, we're gonna focus on construction effort. We're just gonna walk our way down those lines, construction and armaments. We are working up on the time that we'll be ready to go to war with Shang-Chi, so we're gonna go ahead and justify war against Zibe Sanma. And get that process started. We have enough for a general. And we are going to focus on army morale so that we lose out of supply penalties. Or it diminishes them. Oh god. That's why this thing's hitting so hard. My jewel pod is just leaking everywhere. Their quality control's garbage. Alright, we got one more additional troop out already for our war against Zibe. Or Shang-Chi. Yeah, all of these random smaller Chinese nations eventually become just like Chinese states. And I struggle to remember which ones are which just because, you know, throughout modern discourse, none of these smaller Chinese nations have existed. Holy shit. Emerald Herald says, according to the Church of Scientology, Hubbard... Uh-oh, our war justification's ready. Hubbard produced some 65 million words on Dianetics and Scientology, contained in about 500,000 pages of written material and 3,000 recorded lectures and 500 films. His works of fiction included some 500 novels and short stories. Incredible. Incredible. Doesn't speak to the quality of it because every excerpt from an L. Ron Hubbard work I've ever heard was absolutely batshit crazy, especially anything from his Western years. That is pretty impressive. Those 100 films though too, like he was a notoriously batshit crazy director. He just loved blood. He wanted everything to be covered in blood. We are declaring war. And we are just going to go ahead and have these guys on a rampage to try to clear as much territory as possible. You really have to try to maximize how much land your troops that have breakaway space, like no units in front of them, can capture whenever you're early on, because you don't have true military force. You do have to win by just moving your troops around better than them. Much more like classic situation. So we're just going to go ahead and have orders for everybody to kind of move forward into open holes that they have available to them. Luckily, it looks like we have a considerably larger fighting force to start. And I think we're probably, yeah, we're not far from getting one more unit. But yeah, dude, it's like playing with China to start is so fucking hard, because you do start out with almost nothing and you have to expand quickly. The nice thing about Communist China, though, is you don't have to go to war with Japan. In fact, if things go the way they tend to go, we're going to have an awesome time. Let's see. We're going to have an awesome time destroying China, Nationalist China, with Japan. We're just going to tear them apart. Awesome. And like I said, you just got to be careful to make sure that anywhere you have empty space in front of you and an extra troop to do so, you are going ahead and expanding. Take that chunk of land. And yeah, if you continue this process, it makes it a lot easier to enclose them and finally, like, force them into a quick surrender. We do have another provocation going right now, so we want to finish this war as quickly as we can and just move on to the next war. The faster we can start gathering population and resources and more factories, the faster we can actually make China into a power. Now that we have cleared off this whole, like, one side, we're just going to give them the directive to proceed forward across the board. Since their orders are high, they should have no problem just going ahead and moving ahead and taking territory without me having to direct them now. Yeah. So when you have high priority on orders, or aggressive priority on orders, it just makes them go ahead and move forward in any empty spaces around them. Pursue the goal without waiting for more parties to join. Yeah. I said this was sponsored by Jewel, but then my Jewel crapped the bed on me, so it's not doing great. Tech, all tech I'm touching right now. It's just falling apart. So we've got a lot of people getting new tech things. That's exciting. New graphics cards, new goodies. I desperately need a new graphics card. I've got a solid processor, but not a good graphics card, unfortunately. And this is, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to giving direct orders again, because these guys are just flubbing it. Like, yeah, go ahead and take the capital. I don't know why you wouldn't. What else do we got here? Why are you wasting your time? Yeah, just take all of this. Just take land. You don't have to fight their troops. Just take their land. That's all you gotta do. There's no troops up in the north, so we don't have to worry about... Oh yeah, every piece of land is a victory point now, so might as well. Yeah, cool. So he's continuing up. He's going to be taking everything to the north there. And yeah, it looks like this is going to finish cleaning up pretty nicely. They should be bowing out relatively soon. Let's see, we've got another troop to throw into the mix. Get him in there. We've got a national focus. It's armament effort. Let's just climb our way down those two. Armaments and construction capability. We're going to build Communist China up into a great nation. yeah, these guys should be tapping out any minute now. I think it's going to work out perfectly for us to go to war with the next person. The games of the 11th Olympiad. The 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, Germany, attended by athletes from 49 different nations from across the world. The 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. The games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while the Americans came in second with 24. 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the games. Love that guy. Mao Zedong angered by Ma posturing. Those naive citizens of communist China who imagine the Ma as a people of peace are entirely out of touch with reality. Those who live at our border do... Ooh. Hold up. Spanish Civil War. A civil war has erupted in Spain. Several generals seek to overthrow the current government in Madrid have issued a pronunciamiento. Yeah, right, okay. And a large portion of the Spanish armed forces have answered their call to arms. This right-wing nationalist faction have occupied much of Spain, including the overseas territories. Loyalist forces and volunteers have assembled under the left-wing Republican government, determined to resist the push to their last breath. The battle for Spain has begun. Nationalist Spain declared war on Spain. This is just saying that we don't like the Ma. We're gonna take him out very soon. We have troops moving around the border here. God, we are so close to taking them out. We just need to get troops down on this southern end where they don't have anybody and just finish it off. We are on the verge of closing up this pocket. All those troops will be reapportioned to the proper main battle line. We have a government modification here. What do we got? Silent workhorse. Yes, political power gain. Great. The more political power we can get, the faster we can get this group outfitted as an actual military presence. I'm hoping as soon as we take Taiwan? Is that interesting? Yep, there they are. Capitulation. Let's go. We got some equipment from it. We're going to take all states here in turn. And now Communist China is no longer a tiny little backwater. Is Hemingway a freedom fighter in this game? I've often wondered about that. And wondered if they have anything cool where you could like play Hemingway as a general. Because they have a special... They have some fun random generals, like you can play as the Polish war hero Wojciech the Bear. You can get Wojciech the Bear as a playable commander. Super fun. I would love if playing as a Communist Spain, you could unlock Ernest Hemingway as a playable general. That would make my day. Paradox, get on it. You hear me? I've put 2,000 hours into your games. Do it, please. My opinion matters. I'm an American citizen. It was so funny when I was driving down the road this morning. I heard, I was listening to talk radio, and they were talking about, actually, kind of ironically, Chinese investment in Africa, Chinese loans to Africa and stuff. And there was just like one white dude on there who called in who was essentially like, I don't like it, I don't trust them, and we gotta get them out of Africa. And I'm like, we're not the boss of the world. We like America doesn't have like a way to just be like, go China. Like we don't decide other nations stuff. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Quarter no more. The Red Army once survived in a state of what seemed like hopelessness, but since the long march several years back, the tide was slowly turned. With significant territorial advances, our role as an underdog is a thing of the past. Bullshit, we're still an underdog. Having fought through this time of struggle, our desperation is now behind us. No, it's not. There's a lot left to go. Mao Zedong has gone from guerrilla army leader to chairman. Dope. Kuomintang launch offensive. Although we have escaped certain death through the long march, the Nationalists are not planning to let us grow stronger without more confrontations. Our spies suggest that they are mounting an offensive against us, which could weaken our political support if we tried to retreat further. We don't know how committed the Kuomintang, I used to know how to pronounce that word, I'm struggling with it right now, are to pushing us back right now. Trying to confront them carries significant risk. If the local warlords have been rallied to support the attack, our chances may be slim. On the other hand, retreating now when we have finally stopped may not be an option. We're going to confront the attack. It gives us a 50% chance of winning it and losing 1,000 manpower but gaining a lot of political power. 50% chance of losing it, we lose more manpower and lose some political power. Manpower is not a problem for us. We have 2 million recruitable population, so that's fine. We were defeated. Despite our best efforts to repel the attack of locally assembled troops supporting the nationalist government, our preparations were insufficient to stop it. With significant losses, we have been forced into a new retreat, albeit shorter. Confronting the Nationalists before we had fully recovered may have been a mistake. Our significant recovery from the long march instilled hope in our supporters, but now seeds of doubt have been sown. That's fine. It's just a loss of some political power and some manpower. We'll recover from that. We're not far from going to war with our next adversary. That provocation is going to be done on October 27th. Oh no! It's going to be delayed because we ran out of political power. Right. So yeah, every day we don't have the political power to continue the provocation is another day the invasion is put off. Shit! Okay, that's a little bit of a downside. Not a huge deal though. We get 2 political power a day, give or take. So in about another 10 days we'll be good. So our provocation will be done in mid-November. That's fine. Oh, we sure do try to. Yep, America really likes to try to be a world police, and yeah, who knows what the world would be like if self-determination actually existed. If one global power didn't, like, produce hegemony for the globe at any given period for the last, like, 600 years. Yeah, I often think about that if in general the trend of the world tends to be consolidation, more consolidation or balkanization, or if it's just a constant back and forth between things, forming a massive block and then just breaking away again. Dude, if North America hadn't been colonized, like, I don't even know, dude. It's hard to imagine. And just, like, yeah, like, what lessons would have been learned? There were, like, some huge kingdoms in the in the Americas upon colonialization that, like, would have likely collapsed on their own in a relatively short amount of time after they were destroyed. But, like, what lessons would they have learned through that collapse? Like, what societies would have arose through, like, the collapse of the Inca through their own issues, not through invasion, you know? Would the Iroquois have still been dicks? Would they still have invaded everybody? Alright, our justification is done. Call allies and invade, baby. You're right. The Iroquois were not very coy. Yeah, so here we have not many spots. They've actually created a pretty solid line here. So we're only going to have one running man, one guy running behind their lines, and my plan for him is going to be to try to capture all of their oppositional troops behind this line. So if we can just like get them all stuck in here, dude, that would be nice. What's our infantry? We have a ton of extra infantry equipment. It's time to go ahead and start pumping out more troops. So now we have 6 units in training instead of 1. We're gonna keep letting this run. Oh man, I mean what if 90% of Europe died instead of the Americas? We know what it looked like when about 50% of them died instead of the Americas, and it took them about 400 years to recover. Yeah, exactly, finer vintage. Yeah, yeah, the Black Death was, no joke. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that with all my troops. Just one. The Nationalists offer a truce. Disagreements within the Nationalist ranks have led to a precarious situation. Their leader, Chiang Kai-shek, has been arrested in an effort to force our enemies to accept a truce with us to unite China against foreign enemies. Although we would like to see the Kuomintang leadership facing punishment for their crimes against us, this is a rare opportunity to cooperate and ensure China does not fall into the hands of foreign imperialists. Huh, so we can either join them and... Yeah, you know what? We will... So, like, in the past, what I've always done is use the might of Japan to tear China apart. When Japan is warring with them, I'll just run in, create a whole new line for them to have to defend, and then between me and Japan, they get eat up. That causes a lot of problems in dividing up China afterwards, though. And can often be very frustrating. But it's the only way to make the great territorial gains I really want. Because we need coastline. To really start growing, we got to start forming a navy. We need coast. Without taking out China, we get no coast. But even upon taking out China, a lot of times Japan claims the entire coast for themselves, so we wind up with no coast anyway. You know what? Let's change it up. Let's join China and fight Japan this time around. And if we find that it's time for another enemy, we will make one up, as any great military nation does. We're gonna start loving up on the Russians so that we can join the Comintern and start getting a bunch of free shit. Oh, dude, this is going too well. Uh-oh. I said that. Now I'm trapped in a pocket. It's fine. I'll just keep growing the pocket. He's back there. He's not facing any opposition. So it's not like I have to worry about his supply. Yeah, everybody blames the rats. There's a interesting twist in that. There's a good chance more than the rats. It was the guinea pigs. It's a special breed of Chinese guinea pig that likely came over on the Silk Road. Oh god, no. But yeah, there was a special breed of guinea pig that likely came over on the Silk Road, and people think this is the case because you would normally assume that, actually, we're gonna, since this whole, like, encircling them thing isn't working out quite as well as I expected, we're gonna have this guy, since he's behind the lines, just go straight to their capital. There's a big idea that the varmint that was more responsible were guinea pigs and some kind of marmot from China, and this is largely due to the fact that the Black Plague always surged in Europe in the same years that the guinea pigs had an incredible population boom due to rain. So every time there was a huge boom in the guinea pig population, we would see the Black Death appear. This war is not going anywhere near as nice as I had hoped. So we're just going to run him along this top border to just like get him taking open land since there's no one defending it. Oh wait, where? Oh god, whew! I scared myself. I was like, "Where'd my guy go? He should be making progress here." But yeah, this war's going fine. Not too good, not too bad. Oh yeah, and then the other big reason is because you would assume that we would see like a decline in rat population in places. Like if the rats were the primary carrier for the plague, it would afflict them too. So you would see, and like the Black Plague burned through rats really quickly. So if it was just like rat based, you would probably see a lot more dead rats than what they're able to quantify happened. So yeah, they think it was brought over guinea pigs and marmots. Yeah, and I actually lied. This war isn't going very well at all. Let's get these guys going into actual open land. There's so much just like open land available here. Just go up into it. You don't have to fight. You can just walk. What's this guy doing? Why isn't he progressing into the... Oh, because he's in the midst of a battle. Okay. What the fuck is this guy doing? Why isn't he moving or doing anything? Okay. That's why. Well, come on, buddy. What the hell? So my one unit behind the lines here is doing work. He's wrecking their days. But yeah, the fighting along the actual front line is really vicious. I'm kind of waiting for a breakthrough. I'm kind of surprised nothing has come of it yet. They brought one of their units over here trying to head me off before I take the capital. What the fuck is happening here, guys? You go here. You go here. Why are people just standing around? There's no one! Walk it out! Alright. We're moving along. Ooh, tech! That's important. We're gonna get mechanical computing going. It's 1937. We're gonna get support equipment researched. We have new infantry equipment available. We're gonna get that produced. Mutinies in the army. Alarming news have reached military high command about a number of units in our army refusing orders from superior officers. While none of the units have left their position in the line, representatives of the soldiers have made it quite clear that they will not obey any orders to attack the enemy. The rebellion has so far been contained to a small number of battalions and handful of training and support units, but many in the War Office fear that this uprising will soon spread to other units and may eventually render us unable to continue the war. Decisive action must be taken. There's a we can't do anything about that now. Alright, fuck it. We're, so one of the options gives us a 60-40 chance where one is mutiny crushed and the other is an empty threat. The other gives us an 80-20 chance for what are we fighting for, or mutinies, and a 20% chance of mutinies in the army. But there's a big difference in the cost. I want to squash this shit. We'll take the political cost. Literally everyone had fleas then. Yeah, I buy that. So it looks like when we're done with this war, we should be able to join the Comintern, which would be brilliant. We're just little by little whittling away at Zibe Ma here. Got troops moving into place all over the place. Troop movement is super slow. Oh yeah! Yep, this is Game Chops, man. Game Chops has the real deal. Get that thrown into my description. Messed up and didn't throw it in before. Alright, and we have a armament effort researching. Yeah, I think this war is pretty much done. Like, if I had to guess, I think we're going to be able to just keep taking land from them. They just don't have enough troops to guard the whole line. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that line because there's just no troops over there. We don't have to worry about taking it. And then we're gonna assign everybody to this. Oh no! Wait! I was wrong. You stay here. You take this. Once we end this pocket, we'll free up the bulk of our forces to move back up here. Oh no! We have no units over here, though. That's fine. If it draws them from the front line, that's not a huge deal. Oh, no, but I don't want troops to be able to get down here. Ugh! You go there. Just stop. Just stop. Stop them from doing what they're doing. I'm about to lose all the gains I made over there because Dumb shit. Chiang Kai-shek arrested in Yunnan. Long Yun has sent a message saying that he has arrested Chiang Kai-shek and is willing to turn him over to us. That this may be the best chance we will ever have to execute this enemy of the state. This is a hard one, man. Because, like, I cannot go to war with China right now. And I've never had to face this question. We're going to ask the Soviets for approval. Since we want to ally with the Soviets and get some free shit, that's probably the best answer offhand. Joseph Stalin has refused our proposal to execute Chiang Kai-shek. Instead, we are supposed to make an alliance with the Nationalists, as apparently we are not ready to lead the revolution and defend ourselves against the Japanese at the same time. Ah, man. Will we get in trouble with the Soviets if we go ahead and kill him anyway? I really don't want to have to work with the Nationalists! Oh, man. Yeah, Pharaoh Conch, this Sonic remix is banging. I love Game Chop so much. I really want to kill Chiang Kai-shek! I mean, yeah, I can let him live. I guess I'll just be killing him later anyway. It's probably fine. Alright, we'll ally with him against Japan. What are we fighting for? It's not uncommon for a soldier to doubt whether what he is doing is really worth it. Can anything justify the sacrifices we ask of you? Can we really demand you to potentially die in pursuit of a goal that you would never see? It is an unfortunate fact that we must live in the times we were born in. Fate has decided that we must be at war to protect our freedom, our homes, our Chinese way of life. We did not choose this war, it was forced upon us. You know that I would not ask anything of you that I would not be willing to do myself, and I know that you will do whatever is necessary to secure victory. Mao Zedong's speech in front of the troops appears to have had the desired effect, as the soldiers broke out in spontaneous cheers and returned to their duties without more than the usual amount of complaining. Gain 5 base stability, which we sorely need. Oh shit, I didn't realize that automatically put me in the Chinese United Front. I hate this. Oh, what a bad choice. Oh, what a bad choice. God damn it. Can I leave the Chinese United Front? Yeah, we're gonna leave this faction. Yeah. Yeah, I formed the Chinese United Front with them just to immediately leave the Chinese United Front. Because, yeah, we really want to join the Comintern, because they actually have shit to give us. Oh god, no! Yeah, this is not been the best China run. We're gonna see what happens. Nothing has occurred that like ends us right now, but it's definitely not the best. Be right back. I'm gonna refresh my coffee. Here I am. Song's a bop. I didn't mean to send that many troops on that order, but it's fucking happening, baby. I want to reconnect to all that land I took. Alright, we got research. Let's get engineering company. It's one of the most important support roles you can have. We're going to do armament. Zibe Ma, finally. Thank you. Alright, we took Zibe Ma. We're going to take all states in turn. Let's see if we can join the Comintern. Yes, we can. So the next, we're gonna go ahead and go up to 12 because like it will read how much total equipment we need, and the Soviet Union will kind of decide how much to give us next time we're at war based off of that. We're gonna retake core state. Man, I should have just killed Chiang Kai-shek. Like, he was right there. I should have just killed him. I didn't know it was going to force me into another party. Because if I would have just denied him, killed him, joined the Comintern, China would not have declared war because they didn't want that smoke. So, a little bit of a misstep there. You know, you make those. It turns out running a country is, in fact, difficult. And we don't need to run all the way around Sian King's border. We're just going to keep it right here on our border with them. Give them orders. Alright, little by little, we are building this thing. Like I said, Communist China is a huge uphill battle. It takes forever to get rolling. We're going to improve relationships, our relationship with China. If I had the resources, I would try to stage a coup in China, but alas, we don't. And we finally almost have one full army group. Amelia Earhart disappears. The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, the first woman to complete a solo flight across the Atlantic, has disappeared along with her navigator Fred Noonan near Howland Island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The two were attempting a flight around the world in their twin-engine Lockheed Electra plane when they vanished. A search for the missing aviators is now being conducted by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, but there is little hope of finding them. Yep, rip Amelia. It is kind of cool. There's like I want to say an 80-20 shot to her disappearing or her surviving. So I have played games where Amelia Earhart survives, and it's a huge deal, and she becomes an international hero for her survival rather than her disappearance. We are provoking against Sian King, seeing if we can get to the war before our time here is done. The Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just southwest of Beijing. China has rejected Japan's demands for an apology and territorial concessions, claiming instead that the breaking point of Chinese aggression has been reached. Diplomats fear that the volatile situation could result in a war at any time. And, on that note, China is under attack. The warlords are putting aside their grievances to fight against invading Japanese forces. This is an opportunity to advance the interests of the Chinese, of the CPC. We can show the people of China that it is us and not the decadent KMT who are the true future for China. Should we join the fight as well and ensure that there is a future for China? Yeah, no, I have no interest in that. Nope, we are not joining the Chinese United Front. We are not fighting the Japanese right now. We may shortly. That may be an option. But right now we don't have the troops for it, and we need to reclaim more Chinese states. We are going to go ahead and justify a war goal as soon as we get the political power against Tibet, too. No reason, just to have it. And then probably Nepal alongside of it, maybe even Bhutan, so that we just have one solid border with India to invade them down the line. Yeah, and my time's almost over with y'all, man. It's been fun. I'm really sorry that we had some technical issues up front. I'm glad that we could get through them and get some content on the screen for you. Big shout out to Sweetest Bean for doing her level best. Like, she really tried to get everything set up this morning, but just couldn't quite overcome some of the obstacles. So huge thank you to her. Sad that we missed her this morning. Glad I got to be here with y'all though. And yeah, up next we're going to be having some Merry Mitch. Really excited to see what he has for us today. Get some book on face and Goyle action in there. Yeah, and we are still working on getting all of the channel point redemptions switched between streamers, getting that super consistent. So yeah, to any of our regulars out there, if you ever see a book on face available for anyone who's not Mitch, please resist the redemption inclination. We are trying to get in the habit of having special things for individual streamers that will switch on and off as we're switching between them. Just an extra way to keep it interactive and to make each streamer's experience feel unique. So yeah, your cooperation in that is really appreciated. And if there's anybody new here with us today, please drop us a follow. We really appreciate it. We're creeping up on our 100 followers. We're only 3 away, so yours could be a big help in getting us there. And yeah, we're just shrugging through the last minute, seeing if I hit this next war before then. We have attrition in these mountains. This is like roughly the area of the Gobi Desert, so I definitely understand why there's attrition. Western China is not particularly habitable. If you actually look at the crazy demographic concentrations for China, there's like one line that you can draw across the nation. It essentially runs like this. Behind which like 80% of the nation's population is. I mean, shit, like even just this area here. This area right around Hong Kong now, in between like Shenzhen, Hong Kong, and like a couple of other cities, this is like a huge metro area. And then of course the other is here around the Yangtze River. But yeah, China's nuts. I would love to visit China someday. So much fucking history. But yeah, Pharaoh, we are almost at 100. We're right there at it, and we actually just surpassed the 1,500 unique viewer benchmark recently. Should have read that to y'all, but the U.S. just passed the Neutrality Act. We all know what it says. It claims that we're neutral, even though we're still participating in light imperialism at the time. But we're neutral, guys. We're not going to fiddle with no European stuff. Until our boat gets blown up. Or no, until our entire harbor gets blown up. Alright, we're going to get an infantry expert. Keep it running. Yeah, looks like I will not have time to get this war going before I have to... Oh, no! Only 5 days left on here, so I'll have just enough time to hit declare war. But yeah, it has been such a good time, y'all. Not the slot I expected to occupy today, but one that I was happy to just the same, to get us started for the day, to get everything rolling. We're going to have Merry Mitch coming at us next. We are ready to declare this war, so I'm just going to hit declare before we get started. Awesome. So we are good to go there. It will be ready for us for the next time. But otherwise, it's time for me to go ahead and get us switched over to a Mitch. Alright, so we are back in the control room, baby. Just that fast. I'm going to go ahead and exit this game. Not ask too much of my computer all at once. And we're going to get a Merry Mitch locked and loaded here. Man, Mitch, if you are out there listening, I just want to say thank you again for everything you do, man. You're so killer. Your eye for media, like your entire sense of style and everything, is so in line with what we're trying to do with the network. So it is so helpful that you take the time to make all of the awesome media you do for us. If y'all haven't seen them yet, go to our YouTube, where you can find all of the kick-ass highlight reels from all the other episodes that Mitch has put together for us. And at the top of our Twitch, when we're not streaming, there's also a trailer there that he was also so kind as to get together for us. So really love and appreciate this man. He's one of the more talented streamers I've ever seen in terms of just his sheer range and all of the things that he can do. So I'm stoked. We have him all set up. I can see him. I can hear him. I'm going to go ahead and let him know that we're jumping over to him. And we're going over. Thanks so much, everybody.